Yeah, I had a break during my day today. Just had an hour, so I figured I'd talk to you a little bit about competency and what that can look like for someone who is just maybe struggling to try to get into something or trying to master something like an activity or hobby, profession, whatever, right? Um, you don't need to be competent in something to initially try something and see what works. Like no one's going to come out of the womb knowing how to play guitar, right? They develop that competency with time. It takes a lot of time and effort to build that up, and too frequently I just see too many of my clients just really expecting initial competency right away, even though it makes literally no sense because they've never done something before or they've never really given it a good try. And it's just not fair. It's not fair to themselves. It's not fair to anyone around them because they could be building this thing up that they've really wanted to, I don't know, put themselves forward with, such as, again, learning guitar, learning any particular songs or chords or anything like that they would really be interested in. And they hold themselves back because of some crazy expectation of, yes, I need to be competent in this specific thing right away, in feeling that I need to be successful. Success is necessary when trying something new, when that's just not the case, and it's virtually impossible. Again, you're not going to come out of the womb learning or knowing how to play guitar. So you have to practice. You have to fail over and over and over and over again to build the necessary competency to be successful and to be truly happy with something. But happiness even can come from those failures, when you're trying to play a chord and you actually strum a wrong note and you crack a smile, right? Like that's happiness, and it can come with you messing up, and that's all right. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a concern, even though a lot of people nowadays really, really think it is and really think that they can't fail because, God forbid, they get something wrong. But that's okay. Getting things wrong is the process. You are going to get so many things wrong. And that's good if you can take that and learn from that and build consistent, I guess, your own sort of constructive criticism and feedback off of where you want to go, or get that from other people, not thinking people, hey, like this guy coming at my competency or whatever is a bad thing. No, not necessarily, unless they're just being a straight up ass, right? If they're coming at you with, hey, I noticed that you played this chord a particular way on the guitar, and I wonder if you could try this, or I wonder if you did this differently, how that would go. That's not something to be concerned about, to put on yourself, to think, wow, I really messed up here, right? But rather, this person is sharing an idea with me, and ideas are a good thing, and what do I want to do with that? Do I want to do nothing with it and be like, okay, they might not really know what they're talking about, and I tried it and it didn't really work. That's okay, right? But if you don't try something that someone suggests to you, and you just kind of run along with thinking, yeah, I'm fine, or I can go about it in my normal old way, and who cares what they say, right? I'm doing things the right way, or whatever. You might be denying yourself a particular level of success, excitement, or creativity that you might not have been able to think for yourself just because you don't have that different perspective, right? Another thing when it comes to competency is someone feeling competent in their own abilities to succeed in different major areas of life, career, hobbies, whatever, and feeling like they have to consistently, that even though the evidence is there showing that they are actually competent in their job, they're successful, they're doing great things, they're getting paid higher than everybody else, or constantly getting praise, they don't deem themselves competent. Oh, well, like my boss is better at me than this, or like yeah, like this website I designed is pretty cool, but that website, it's like, sure, but why can't you consider yourself to be competent as well as maybe that other person or that other thing, right? Because you are. You are. You need to recognize your own competency and success when it comes to these various things that you excel in and that you have direct evidence for. And if you're denying yourself that, then that's going to continue to make you feel negatively about your own ways of figuring out life or the tasks that you're completing at work, hobbies, whatever. Make you feel like you know what you're doing. Because if you have everything else around you telling you, hey, you're doing a great job, whether it be people, whether it be projects you've been successful on, you have to take that in and you have to recognize that and put that into your sort of self and tell yourself, yes, I am competent. Because if I was not competent, people would tell me. How can I take the criticism of others and potentially improve on things that I am already competent in, but maybe can make me more successful or more excited about what I'm doing, right? But that doesn't mean you're not competent in something. It doesn't. That doesn't. Yeah. I just thought I'd talk about it. Yeah. Have a good one.